Assalamualaikum and good day. Now we are in lecture 11. This is going to be our last topic where we are going to learn about the piping drawings. So I'm going to expose to you a bit about the piping drawings. The piping drawings are used in the plant design and construction applications. They represent a process plan using symbols for each components, each equipment and everything. And as for the pipes, it will represent by a single or double lines. Actually, for these piping drawings, you will get exposure from the plant design project when you are in a third year. You're also going to see some symbols of these components when you are learning the process control courses. Okay, when you need to do the PID controller, you may see some of it. So this is going to be like a first introduction, how the piping drawing is going to look like. So there's a different types of piping drawings. In the floor plan, it can represent by using either be in single line or double line. As for schematic or riser, can either be on flat or isometric. And as for the details drawing, it can either be on the 2D or 3D. So here in the table shows you some symbols for the pipe fittings. So this is all our standard symbols that you're going to use if you want to draw a plan, a control plan or a factory that have a pipes systems. So this is all are the standard symbols. So this is going to be on fittings, continuations on the fittings. So how to do on the pipes joints. So this is the symbols for the pipe joints. This is for the valve, the fixtures, how you're going to draw for the sink, drinking fountain, or there's a urinals, there's area drains. So this is the symbols that you're going to use. This one is for the pipes. This shows you the plan drawings, an example for the single line drawing. As you can see, here the lines is represent you a pipe. Okay, this shows you how the process flow inside of this floor plan. So there's using a symbol of gate, there's a pump or something else. Okay, so this is an example for the single line drawing. And here is more complex for the single lines. If you have a factory and there's a pipeline of in the whole factory, so it's much more preferable to use a single line to represent all the pipelines system in the factory. Because here is going to be an example for the double lines. So you can see, right, there's like more like an orthography views, and you can like have a similar in comparison with the general drawings. Okay, so double lines is much more to represent for each part. It can't be drawn like a fully plan because it's going to be much more crowded to have too much details. Okay, so by having a single lines, it's much preferable to have a piping drawing for the whole factory, bigger and more complex. So for the schematic diagrams, so this is going to be an example for the flat. So you can see the difference between the flat and the isometric here. So in the isometric here, they're using also the single lines, but it's having like 3D dimensions to show you where is the entering. So it's much easier to understand these visuals, even though it's only having a single line drawing. So this shows you the 3D pipe drawings. So when you have to submit the working drawings for the piping, so you actually need to have like a covers, a list of the drawings that you need to have, the list of symbols, I mean the symbols that you use for the piping, okay, and the equipment schedules, the master plan, the utility outlets if you have it, overall schematic, and in the system you may need to have a schematic diagram, the floor plans, and the details of each sections. So let's go through. So this is an example for the cover. Okay, you need to have the titles, same as like the companies, the date of the project, and this is going to be the list of the drawings of the plumbing system as shown in these examples. So each number shows what is actually it is, which plumbing system they are referring to. And this is going to be the list of symbols they use later in the floor plan, all the schematic diagrams they're going to show. So you can see here each symbols and the descriptions. So later when you're going to be a plant controls engineers, you may not need to have these symbols because it's all in your memories. You can read it easily. So you know where's the pipes is going through, from where it's going to be starts and where it's going to end. And this is going to be the materials and the equipment, so have a look. So this is just to expose you how it's going to look like for the working drawing of the piping. And this is the master plan, okay, so the master plan of the plant food, okay, where you're going to put all the piping, going to show here. So this is some for the utility outlets, okay. So these all are using actually a single line and some symbols. So this is where the area of the fryer, the steamers, and this would be the overall schematic. For the machine room layout. Okay, try have a look, okay. This is for the floor plan and the typical details that needed for each drawings. And here is for the advanced pipe design softwares. So in the drawings, it's hard to show you 3D. So right now in the industries, they try to develop these softwares. So by having this software, you can easily get the 3 dimension throughout the floor plans. Okay, because by using only the papers, I mean the drawing paper that you have, by only showing you the single lines, you can't see, you can't visualize what will happen if you are not an expert. So by having this software, you can go throughout of the floor plan and you can see the pipeline system, different pipeline system. Maybe if you have like a hot water pipelines going to have different colors. If it's going to be cold, it's going to have different colors. So this software actually helps you to understand more, and you can help to visualize more how it's going to looks like when you are in the factory. So this is an example. If you have the software, okay, so this is BIM ready, BIM information modelings. So I hope you get some exposure about these piping drawings. You may not learn in this subject, this course, but later you will get to see all this piping, and you may need to use all the symbols that been shown. Okay, have more exposure when you're googling about this piping. Okay, thank you. See you again.